I'm like, what is this? And he's just like, oh, like, I hurt my back, and so, like, this is, like, my back brace. Like, it's a back brace. And I'm like, sir, this is the same company that I got my waist trainer from. What do you mean? Like, this is a waist trainer. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the Darkest Sunrise. We're talking shit on Willie today, okay? You're having a wonderful day. I hope that everything is going good in your life. I hope you have peace. I hope that you've exiled any people that have not been good for you. I hope that you drank your water. I hope that you worked out today. I hope you're just living a fabulous life, okay? Thank you and good evening. I want to express, again, so much gratitude. My virginity story is growing so much more than I thought it would be. And you know what's crazy is I used to have a channel that I was not ready to nourish a long time ago, and so I had like 13k views on like one video, like 5k on another, like 3k on another, and I was just not ready to nourish it. And I feel like a part of me was like really upset that I could have had like a pop-in channel by now if I would have been more consistent. However, I am just so grateful for the people that I do have watching me, and the people that are giving me a chance, and the people that are liking and following and commenting and clicking the links in the description box and going to my podcast and all of these things. Like, I'm just so grateful. Love you so much. Okay, I love you so freaking much. Please go rate my podcast because I want to push it out there. I want to be like a lot bigger than what we did so much. Okay, I have like listeners in Kenya, bro. Like, we did so much this year, but I want to go like above and beyond next year. So please go give my podcast a rate, give it a follow on Spotify. I'm going to try to branch it out next year as well. I just have so many ideas and so many things that are coming to the forefront, and I'm just so excited for 2024, okay? But listen, we're going to talk about Willie's crazy ass today, okay? And if you don't know who Willie is, if you're new here, okay? If you're new here, hi. Hello, if you're not new here, girl. We're talking about Willie. Ugh, gross. If you just a little synopsis on William. He was my ex-boyfriend who had a racist father, and he really just showed me several times that he just did not give a fuck about our relationship. He really just cared about his racist dad's opinion, because let's be honest, he gave a fuck about inheriting a house. He did not give a fuck about me. Like, from the time, like, we literally were together in childhood. We ended up rekindling things whenever we became adults, and he locked me in a room. Like, there was just a whole bunch of shit. Like, it was just a whole bunch of shit. But I will link those below. I will link that whole series below. And this is gonna be added to it, I guess. But Willie and I just did not have, like, I really believed at the time, because when you're young, you really believe that things are what they're not, okay? And I really believed that Willie and I had at the time had this like unbreakable relationship. Like, we would break up and make up, and I felt like that made us stronger for whatever reason. I had such abandonment issues, so like any type of attention that I was getting from a man, chef's kiss. Okay, him and I, we had known each other for such a long time, but this story specifically is going to be based around whenever him and I were still in childhood, and when we had gotten together. I don't know how long we were together at the time, but I do know that this was like our first time together, okay? Like, our first, you know what I'm saying? Our first time. Willie's dad had a lot of properties. His family had a lot of properties. They owned a lot of land, and there was just a lot of places for us to go. His mom knew about, I don't know if she knew about us, or if she just thought that I was some girl or whatever, you know what I mean? So I don't know, but she would let us go to her house because they were going through that whole like shift in their marriage or whatever, his mom and his dad, whatever. But at this point in time, like, that was like way later on, okay? At this point in time, he had been taking me to properties and showing me properties, and there was this trailer that they had, and I think I spoke about this before in a different video. That dude that was just like watched over the house for his dad, this was the same trailer, okay? So we had gone to it a number of times. And a lot of times we would just like fool around and like make out in the back of the house because he could never find the key. And I think that like his dad was hiding the key. I don't think that he hid it because he knew what was going on between us, but I think he just was hiding the key because Willie was up to no good. Okay, Willie was up to no good. Like, his dad was a piece of shit, but Willie was still up to absolutely no good. So we could never find the key, never ever like in life could find the key. But there was one day that he was like, I think I know where my dad hid it. Like, he could not for the life of him remember, but he's like, I think I know where my dad hid it. And he like looked under the, I think it was like a plant or something he had looked under, but it wasn't under there. And so he just started like thinking like his dad, and it was like weird. Like you could tell that he like hid a lot of things from his dad, and he like knew his dad's moves like play by play, because he started thinking like his dad. And I cannot remember for the life of me where he found it, but he ends up finding this key to go into this house. Okay. So he told me like the first time that he wants to, you know, like we're like gonna be together, he wants it to be special, and he wants us to do it on a bed, which we did not end up doing. Okay, and this house was cold as shit. Like there was no heat in this house. It wasn't a trap house, but it was exuding like not, it wasn't lived in. It was not lived in at all. It was not like it was furnished. It was musty smelling. Like it was like no, people lived here, but nobody lived here for a while. Like this property was completely like empty, like vacant of people, but like there was still furniture, there was still like a couch, there was still stuff. Like the lights were, he had to like do something to turn the lights on. Like the lights were off, but he like went to like, I'm guessing the switch thing, and like turn it on, or like the generator, whatever the fuck it's called, the box. Okay, he went and turned it on, the electricity. But he was also acting a little bit like shady. Like he kept looking out the window like to see if people were there, because I don't think, like I think that the man that watched the house knew that he was supposed to be like, that Willie could come to the house, but I think he knew that nobody was supposed to go into the house. So I think that he always thought that Willie was like checking up on the house and not actually coming and doing like sketchy shit. So he kept looking out the window and like being very like nervous and stuff. I can't believe that we're doing this. Like this is our first time, like, you know, guys, especially whenever like we were teenagers and stuff. So he's like, I can't believe this, like our first time, like oh my god, like whispering like people could hear. And I'm like, sorry, we're in the middle of nowhere, everything is fine, calm down, everything is awesome, everything is cool when you're part of the team, okay? Except you couldn't be part of the team because you don't even know how to help us out, okay? Be for real. We end up moving to this couch because we were supposed to be on a bed, but like I was looking at this bed situation and I was like, sir, this bed, when was the last time these sheets was washed, bitch? When was the last time these sheets was washed? Because I'm sorry, this whole house smells musty. I'm not like, no, like I'm really just not going to like put my bare booty ass on these musty ass sheets, catch a tick, catch chlamydia, I don't fucking know. Like I'm not gonna fucking, no, absolutely not. So he ends up saying, okay, like I have a blanket in the car, I can put it down on the couch. And I was like, okay, whatever, like that's fine, like, but I'm not getting in this bed. Like I'm just saying, I'm not getting up in this bed, okay? So he puts the things that you do for these dumbass. I was so teenage me was not it, okay? We forgive her now, okay? We forgive her. He ends up putting this blanket down, and mind you, like Willie was fake. I don't know how to explain it. He literally, like, he was this like really cocky motherfucker that like was like, I can lift 250 pounds, but he couldn't lift 50. Like he was like really just not it, but he like in his brain thought that he was. So like he would go to the gym, but like he was not lifting no 250 pounds. Like let's be completely honest, he was not. He could not lift my big ass. He was not lifting 250 pounds. I'm so fucking sorry. He puts this blanket down, and like we're like kind of like getting used to each other. Not getting used to each other because we know each other, but you know what I mean, like getting into the nitty gritty of it. We're like making out, like kissing and stuff like that. And I went to like take his shirt off, and he like yanked it back down, and I'm like, sir, oh, what are you doing? I'm getting naked. Okay, like what's going on? And so I'm thinking, oh, that's so cute. Like he's insecure, like because low-key I was insecure too. So I was like, oh, that's so cute. Like we can be insecure together. Like I don't feel as weird now. You know what I mean? But like he kept pulling it down, and I was like, why? Like what's wrong? But I didn't say anything at first, so I just went back to kissing him, and you know, the undergarments be coming off and stuff like that. And so I just like remember seeing like this little piece of like fabric, like right like where his where peeking out from underneath his shirt. And I was like, what is that? Like, because he wasn't wearing, like, you know how sometimes dudes wear like a shirt and then they wear like a wife beater underneath it. Like it wasn't like that type of material. So I was like looking at it, like catching it, but he like, I think he like caught me looking at it and like pulled his shirt down, and I was like, what is going on there? Like what is going on? And so So we continue to like make out, whatever, do our thing, do our like, you know, oh my goodness, first time, like, you know what I mean? So we start doing like, I'm not gonna go into detail of what we was doing. We was like messing around, okay? And so I'm like, this shirt is coming off because now I'm nosy. Now what's going on? Like, now, sir, let me know. Like, let me see what's going on. Also, like, I am a very like handsy person when it comes to doing the do. So like, I want to touch your chest. Like, I want to be all up in that like chest hair. Like, I like that. Okay, I really do. And so I was like, yes, okay, you're gonna take this off. And like, I took mine off to even make him like more comfortable. You know what I mean? And I feel like once I took mine off, it kind of like distracted him enough that I just like pulled the shirt up. Like, just pulled it up. I was like, yeah, like, yeah, you know what I mean? And tell me why. And I don't be judging nobody, so please don't think that I'm judging, but like back then when I was younger, this was like 2000, like 14, 13, I don't know what, 15, like it wasn't 15 because I hadn't graduated yet. I graduated in 2015. It was 2000 something, okay? But like a long ass time ago, men weren't really out here wearing waist trainers. But this man was wearing a waist trainer, like a whole ass waist trainer. And I was like, but like what pissed me off was he was like making fun of me for wearing a waist trainer because I was out here I was trying to lose weight and I was trying to get my body right and stuff like that. And he was like, why would you do that? Like, that's so stupid. Like, that looks dumb. Like, making fun of me for wearing a waist trainer. And this man out here wearing a waist trainer. And I'm like, what is this? And he's just like, oh, like, I hurt my back, and so like this is like my back brace. Like, it's a back brace. And I'm like, sir, this is the same company that I got my waist trainer from. What do you mean? Like, this is a waist trainer? But like, I didn't press it too much because I don't know. I didn't want to embarrass him. First of all, like, I should have, because who he turned out to be, bro. Not it. But I didn't press it because I was like, whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. And so he really sold it too. I was like, well, can we take it off while we're like doing it? He's like, I need it for my back. Like, do you think that this is a workout? Like, I mean, it was. I mean, it can be, you know what I mean? But like, do you think that we're working out right now, sir? You do not need to wear a waist trainer while we're doing the dough. What are you talking about? Are you serious? But yes, he was wearing a waist trainer, and he literally, to the death of it, was like, this is my back brace. Like, I hurt my back. Like this is not a waist trainer. Like, cause I don't even remember saying, like, I remember saying, like, what is this? I don't recall saying, why are you wearing a waist trainer? But he's like, it's not a waist trainer. So like, if it's not, then why is it the first thing that you're like, I don't know. It was very strange. But he literally was like, it's not a waist trainer. I really hurt my back, and you know, I just need something for my back. And so we end up doing the do. I'm looking at him like, why are you wearing a waist trainer? Like, what's going on? But and again, like, anybody could do anything they want to. I'm not judging. But back then I was like, sir, like, what's going on? And so we ended up getting back in his car. Dude that like watches the house is like very much so like he's very much so like around. Like, he kept driving past the house because he saw like Willie's car, and I'm like, bro, this man is gonna shoot us. Like, he's gonna shoot me. No, not you, sorry, me. He's gonna shoot me. So can we like go? So we end up leaving, and we're driving home, and tell me why we get into like the intersection of this like busy ass highway, okay, and his brakes stop working. Bitch, we're gliding into oncoming traffic, bitch. And I don't know why I wasn't like, Jesus, take the wheel. Like, this is God telling me, back up off this man. But I didn't listen, girl. I was like, JC, listen. Love you so much. That's my man. My man. I should have listened, okay? God was giving me all the signs. Jesus was giving me all the signs. He was like, listen, turn your ass around. Make sure that you ain't gonna go back to this man, because there were so many times where I had it out, bro. So many times where I had it out and I never took it. So he ends up taking me home. We made it home safely because they started working. They kept going in and out, and I was like, sir, we finna to die. But it's whatever. It's whatever. I'm gonna die with my man, dog. Listen, I was so dumb. Okay, but he ends up taking me home, and I asked him about it later on, and he just didn't want to talk about it. He was like, listen, I hurt my back. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I hurt my back. And I let it go. And so that was pretty much it. It was a story. This is like the super short story time. But yes, he literally like, but like when I tell you, he was dogging me for wearing waist trainers, and this man was out here snatching his own waist, okay? he was trying to get like his waist like snitched, okay? But you could, but I couldn't, like, sorry. But that was just a quick story time about William's dusty ass, okay? I hope that everybody's having a wonderful day. I hope that you continue to have a wonderful day, and I will check you guys out in the next one. Please like and subscribe, and make sure to go check out my podcast, rate my podcast. I have raisefromthesun5 at gmail.com for advice columns. If you want to send in story times, anything you want to send in, anything you want to talk to me about, listen. Love you so much. I'm so blessed to have all the people that are here with me, even the haters, okay? Because I know there are some out there. Hey girl. But I will see you in the next one. Bye.